Hello everyone, sorry I was just switching all of my lights on, hence the pause. Hello and welcome. How are you all doing? Hello Trisha, hello Sue, hello Janet. So I hope you're enjoying all of these different sort of festive makes. Let me know sort of how you're finding it, if it's the right time for you with regards to perhaps planning some of your craft fairs at the moment as well. Hello Jane, how are you? No sound. Right, let me check. Is that okay? Is that better? If you could let me know. I know there's a little bit of sound. Okay. Oh, that's a relief. Okay, sometimes Facebook does turn the sound off automatically and you have to give it a reignition. Ignition. Got it now. Brilliant. So let's have a look at what we're going to make this week. It's all about the angels. So these I think would be really good all year round. This is really bugging me. No, it's got to go that way. My necklace is on the wonk. And because I'm mirror imaged, it's quite difficult to get it straight. So you have sound. Oh, that's a relief. Hello, Anne. So here's one of the angels. Now, I think they're rather gorgeous and they're not just for Christmas. You can use them all year round. I've just put some up in my folksy shop and also, you know, cross-reference them to christenings and confirmation. So you've got the gold angel, the gold star in the centre, which is optional. This one is a bag charm, which you can literally clip on. Let me grab a bag so that I can show you. Miss Super Organised not. I've been trying to multitask and get all my post ready in between prepping. So this is not the right colour for it, but it just gives you the idea that, you know, you can have that. I'd have it a little bit further down. But that's really cute, isn't it? Really cute on a little bag. Key ring you could have as well. What have I done to it? Let's sort you out. That's better. Hello June, how are you? You can also put a little bit of organza thread on to hang it as well. You could almost make sort of wire mobiles. It's something I talked about in one of my lives. I can't remember which one. And this one is, you know, whatever you want it for, a tree or a hanging. And the good thing with this is it's quite easy to readjust the wings, and you can make little bubble ones as well. Now I've used heads on a tilt. Don't know what I've been doing to them. Hello Tui, it's good to have you join us. Looks a bit like a butterfly. Oh, now there's a good shout. Why not make them into Janet, I love that. I love the fact that what we could do is you could make antennas with it as well. Brilliant idea. And this is what we normally do each week, is we do bounce ideas off of each other as to what we can multi-purpose this with, what sort of ideas pop into your head for, you know, how you could take this into a different sort of zone. Yes, love that. If anybody's got any more ideas, let me know. We're using 0.4mm wire. You can pretty much use any size beads, if I'm honest. I'm using 4mm ivory glass pearls that are about £1.15 for a 12 to 14 inch strand. They're in the thread. I've got an 8mm glass pearl for the head. So I think we're going to get started. So I've cut 1 metre. And I'm just going to go on the overhead. A few more hellos. Hello Linda, hello Jackie. I may have said hello to you already. I apologise if I am doubling up. Hello Nikki. Hello Carol. Use different colours for the top two. Yes, what a great idea. Right, let me just set my camera in motion so that when we do go on the overhead, it's all good to go. Right, let's just zoom in a little bit more. When my hair is down, I feel really disorientated. I keep knocking the beads everywhere. Hello, Kim. Right, let's do a little bit of adjusting. I've got my mat at the side here so that technically my beads don't roll. So here is my thread, or wire I should say. So on the big ones I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. So we're going to add 26 4mm glass pearls. It probably would have been better if I had them on my left hand side so that I'm not crossing over all the time. Let's pull this a little bit closer. Now, if you've got any glass pearls that are doubles, you know, where they stick together, and when you pull them apart you pull a little bit of the paint off. I've actually used some of the doubles that I've kept in my collection for these because you wouldn't know any different. It's just food for thought. Now this is just my bead combination, but what I'd say is, you know, have a play around with different combinations that work for you. Let's do some butterflies as well. Maybe that might be next week's. We can do a butterfly. Right. So this is the bigger one. You've got sound. Yeah, I love that idea too, Sue. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Oh, that went on a bit quicker than I thought. You could use the crystal bicones for this as well. Rondelles, seed beads, whatever you've got. See, that's one of the doubles that I mean. You know, that's... saves binning them, doesn't it? Or wasting them. Nobody's going to see it, are they? Yes, it would be good with crystals. Right, so I've cut a metre. I think I'm going to have plenty left, but I don't want to run out of thread. Would be good with crystals as a sun catcher too. That would be lush, wouldn't it? Right, so I've done it again. You can hear little beads dropping on the floor. Right, okay, so we've got the middle point, and because it's nice fine wire, okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just crossing it over like that. I'm going to twist. Now, top tip, don't over twist it, because what I did is over twisted and then I broke my wire. Now just grab, so we've done that in the middle, so you're now left with 2 threads or 2 wires. So we're going to make another, so we're going to make 2 wings with this one, 2 wings with that one. So bear with while I just count how many we've got on the neck. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23. But obviously, you know, you can always do it differently. So I've got another double there, going to use that. 1, 2, 3. Seven, 8. Sorry, it's not the most exciting thing for you to see me doing, so let's have a chat while we're doing that. Nikki says she keeps all her broken misshapen beads in a pot and use them in collage. How wonderful. Perhaps if you've got any samples of how you've done that, could you share it in our beaders group, Nikki? Beaders of Beads by Verchiel. I would love to see that, and it might sort of give other people some inspiration as to, you know, what we can use to upcycle beads like that, or, you know, reuse beads that we'd ordinarily just bin. Hello Hilary, it's good to have you join us. Now, I suppose you could always try 0.6 wire if you wanted sort of thicker wings if you want to, or 0.5. I don't think I'd go any thicker than that. Right, so I've added my 23, and what I'm going to do is again just separate that slightly from the middle one. Make sure there's not too much of a gap, okay, and twist. Now it's up to you whether or not you want that wing at the front or that wing at the back. It's up to you. Now the next one, the small one, is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Oh, thank you so much for sharing that, Linda. That's brilliant. I can't believe that we're so close to the end of the month already. Isn't it scary? Unbelievable. I bet some of you have started your Christmas shopping, haven't you? I must admit I haven't. But I do need to soon, I think. I think we all need to sort of, I think we're all in the same boat, aren't we? Where it's kind of, you know, doing a bit of budgeting, isn't it? Because all of our outlays are all a little bit more at the moment. Nikki says she'll try. She's given the pieces she's made. She's given them away. But we'll look through my finished stash. That would be fab. And nearly another year gone, I know. Just a reminder, I am on Create and Craft Extra a week tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So you can, probably the easiest way to watch it is watch it on YouTube. And if you go back within 24 hours, you can watch on rewind on YouTube. You can also click on the button on your telly to watch the channel as well. If you go to the main Create and Craft channel, 5, 10, 15. Oh, put too many on. Excuse me. Right, so again, we've threaded those on. You want a little bit of movement so that it's not too tight at the top. So I'm just doing that, just giving it a little twist. Okay, so that's middle and one side. So we're just going to keep that wire there for now, and then we're going to go over to the other side. So if I remember correctly, it was 23, then 16. Oh my goodness, not 9 weeks. Is it really only 9 weeks to go? Oh, that's so scary. And Sue, how organised are you? She's nearly finished. You save all year round. That's brilliant. I mean, we do normally, but just other things have gotten in the way this year. That's just how it goes sometimes. I'm sorry it's upside down, but hopefully you can still get the gist of it. Do any of you make any of your Christmas presents? My partner used to take the mickey out of me and saying, oh, you're not making more jewellery for people, are you? So I actually stopped making for people, but of late I thought, oh, do you know what? I think people appreciate it. I think you know the people that appreciate it, don't you? Because, you know, you can see what sort of jewellery they wear. was one of my close friends' 50th last weekend, and I must admit I made her I don't think it was 23 on the set. Let me check. 2, 4, 6, 8, 14, 16, 18, 20. Oh, it was 23. That looks bigger. Why does that look bigger? I've obviously miscounted, haven't I? 6. Right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I have as well. I thought it looked a bit big. Oh, do the clocks go back? Yeah, of course they do. It's the end of October. They go back this weekend. Must remember that. Okay, so make sure you're at the end, overlap. Bit more fiddly on the other side and twist. Again, don't over twist, because if you over twist, it's just going to break. Right, I just need some more of my pearls. I've run out. It is definitely darker in the evenings, isn't it? 50% your presents you make. Oh, that's really interesting. Do you mind me asking what sort of things you what sort of things you make, Nikki, or anybody else that makes as well? You know, because I know some of you do sort of lots of different crafts. But you know, if you've got any tips you can share with us, that would be fab. Jewellery or mixed media or quilts. Wow. I mean, that's a lot of hours work, isn't it? And isn't that just lovely? So for Sue's birthday, it's the first painting I have ever given to anybody, actually. It's just building your confidence, you know, with things, isn't it? But she did love it, which is a bonus. And I made lots of sterling silver jewellery as well. 5. But I suppose at least when you make it, you can really tailor it, can't you, to the person's like colour palette and tastes. Right, okay, so that's there, and we're going to twist. Okay. Now, what we're going to do next is we are going to bring both of those wires together. I'm going to add a small glass pearl first, and then I am going to add one of the bigger ones. It doesn't have to be a glass pearl, it can be whatever you like. You just have to make sure that visually it, you know, it works in proportion. Okay, I'm going to just take that bead off because it doesn't look so good. So last year June made lots of jewellery, some polymer clay ornaments, decoupage boxes, possibly more, but you can't remember. It sounds fantastic. And I've missed a comment. Extra hour in bed. Ooh, bonus. Sorry, my notes, my comments are bouncing everywhere. So Linda, last year she made sun catchers for her volunteers and staff, but they are over 80 of them. Oh my goodness, Linda, that is impressive. Carol has made glass mosaic for presents before, also glass painted items. I am loving all of these. So mixed media for Nikki is the quickest and messiest. Love it, and my eldest grandson helps. Perfect. Carol, should I be worried that my parcel from you is still missing in action? Okay, do message me, but last time there was a strike on, I think, Linda, you'll probably second this because I think yours took a while as well. It took about a week, and I'm just wondering whether or not, because I may have posted on the day of the strike, and it just worries me that it then goes to the bottom of the pile. But do, you know, do keep tabs on it and do let me know. So Laura made Christmas ornaments for all of her extended family, including cousins and second cousin who no longer live with their parents, about 25 this year. Hello, Carol. Anne said we got married this weekend. Oh, all the... And everyone teased us about the extra hour. Right, okay, let me get back on track. Now we're going to do a wire wrapped loop. Okay, so I'm going to keep both of the wires for now, and I'm going to actually about a centimetre down from the end. Okay, just forming a loop there. So I'm just going to try to give you different angles so that you can actually see what I'm doing. Let's take that off. Okay, so you can see that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that round and wrap that round a couple of times. Now if you're worried about the strength of the wire there, you can always double wrap that there. Now use your side cutters. Don't forget, you always use the flat part against the wire to cut in as close as possible. Now that's how much wire I've got left, so you could probably get away with 3/4 of a metre of wire, or just slightly less. So I'm just going to tweak that. Now your options on this are, you can either add a star in, and I'll show you how to add them in. You can either attach a key ring with just a little jump ring, you know, that was your bag charm, or you can attach some organza. Now let's have a little look. So we can use that excess wire, and we're going to pop a star around the front. I mean, it doesn't have to be a star, it can be a heart, whatever you fancy. So this is what I do, is I pop the star stuff at the front. I mean, it doesn't really matter where you put it, to be honest, wherever you're comfortable, but I actually wrap it around the back of the nearest wing. So wrap it around one side, just checking you can see what I'm doing, and then I wrap it around the other. Now because it's quite fine wire, it's fairly easy to attach. I'm going round a different bead there, bear with me. And then we can straighten that up in a second. Now like I say, if you find that your angel keeps going out of shape when you've done it, then what you can do is you can make it in slightly thicker wire if you prefer, but it's such nice fine wire to work with. So that's literally all I do to attach the star element, and then just make sure that you neaten that up. I take a little bit more time than I'm going to do at the moment. Okay, now that star seems to be missing a little bit, but anyway, we'll go with it for now. So if you were adding some of the organza, we would open it up, so you have two sets of pliers. You open it side by side like that. If you were doing the bag charm, you just hook that in and close that up. If you are doing the organza, I normally squeeze the top. So I've got some organza. What have I done with them? I've got a nice green, sea green one. Oh, we've got a few more people joining us. Oh, lovely. I shall say hellos to you in a moment. Oh, I ought to talk you through this, hadn't I? Okay, so I've got a length probably less than ½ metre of organza or ribbon. It's 10mm wide, and I'm just halving it. Now the looped end that you've got, I'm going to push that through that ring that we've just added, and then open that up, and then get the tails together, getting all fingers and thumbs, get the tails together and push the tails through that loop, and that saves you having to tie a knot on it. So there you go, you have one angel, and it, you know, they're super quick. That's sweet. So that's what it looks like on the back. That's what it looks like on the front. And if you missed it, Janet earlier on suggested about doing making them into butterflies as well. So if you want to see how it's made into butterflies, I haven't done it yet, and you'd like me to do a tutorial on that, drop a comment below, and we could make some antennas. We could possibly even do a dragonfly where we have a base at the bottom and do a bit of wire wrapping. Let me know your thoughts. We could sort of improvise a little bit on that. So we've just got a couple of people just seconding the fact that, you know, their parcel took a while after the last strike, unfortunately. Hello Jill, hello Maureen. We've got Maureen from the United States. That's great that you could join. Hello Jan, lovely to have you join. I'm not sure whether you've joined us before, so welcome. Everybody is very welcoming, and I'm sure they'll all say hi to you. Let us know, you know, if you're new to beading or if you've been beading for a while, and what you like. Dragonfly sounds amazing. Brilliant. Right, what I thought I'd do, because we've got ½ an hour left, is we'll do a different one. I've got some magic sort of coloured crystal rondelles, and I thought we would, they're really small rondelles, and I thought we could have a go at doing that. So bear with while I put some of these out of the way. But I do love these sessions because you really, you know, you do all really give me lots of inspiration about makes. The last one that I did, the ring, just as I was making it, I don't know about you, but sometimes you're just making and you get this light bulb moment where you think, oh, I wonder if that would work. And I did a cross. I was really happy with it, and it was just off the back of the actual ring that we made. It was the same pattern but just an extended version. Now these little crystal rondelles, they're an absolute bargain. I think they're something ridiculous, like 120, 130 for a 12-inch strand, and they're so gorgeous in colour. So I thought we could use that as the head, and we'll just make a slightly smaller version. Now I suppose you could use size 10 seed beads and 4mm beads for a head, and you could make some matching earrings. You know, there's so much you could do with this. And like I say, you know, do have a little play around with the size wire that you use. Right, so I'm just going to do a random amount of beads. I will tell you how many I've done, but you know, I do like to experiment when I'm live, don't I? Not always the best time to do it, but sometimes I don't have that much time in between, and I know that you're quite happy to, you know, plod along with me and see where we end up with it. But it's also just sharing the fact that it's all to do with exploring. You know, sometimes it doesn't always turn out perfect. This is like memory wire. And do you know what? That's okay. That is the best way to learn, is to make mistakes. Preferably not when you're live on telly next week. Right, definitely make that long. Oh, it has been done. I've done that many a time, and people love it when you make mistakes. I suppose it makes everybody feel that little bit more human. Jan says, first time joining. I thought it was Jan, and how lovely. She is from Kentucky in the USA. Oh, how fabulous. Jan, how did you get to hear about the group? Did it pop up on your Facebook feed? Let's just do a little bit more and tell us. We'd love to know, you know, what's your thing? Are you a crafter? Are you just intrigued? Because, you know, some people I've known just sort of watch the beading and just find it interesting to watch. You don't always have to make. So how many have I got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 26. I've got 28 little ones. I think they are 2.5 by 3 mil. So I'm just literally going to twist. So we're going to bank one side. Whoops. Right, didn't twist that very well. Let's start again. So Janet says 2 or 3 in different sizes strung under one would be an amazing Christmas decoration. It really would, wouldn't it? You could do either traditional colours, or it's endless really. Just another thought as well is, if you were doing a larger sun catcher, you know, like the Tree of Life circles that I sell, that I've put in my kits before, I wonder if you could make a smaller version of the circle, sorry, a smaller version of the angel to fit the circle, and let it dangle from inside. That would be cute, wouldn't it? Just add a couple more. I'm very much just eyeballing this. Yes, we have a couple of ladies from America. We've got Betsy that joins us as well. I'm sure she'll be tuning in a little bit later on. It is so lovely. It really is so lovely to connect with people all over the place. I love that. And the fact that, you know, perhaps there's things that we can all share. Right, so that's second one. That might be a little bit too small, but we'll go with it. I'm just going to check first before I give you the amounts of beads, just to make sure it sits okay first of all. And I absolutely loved when I did the last angel project. It was a wire wrapped angel, and I am loving all of the variations that we've got on there. Janet, I know you posted something recently, and I just think they're wonderful. I love the fact that you've you know, added your own spin onto it. Absolutely brilliant. Let's just add a couple more. Now don't worry, you know, if your wire snaps, it is possible, it could happen if you over twist. You know, just put it to one side and start again. One more, I think. Just making sure that you can see me on live there. Okay, right, so that's just crossing the wire over the first bead and twist. Oh, I like that. Excuse me. Right, let's tell you how many. So the third one is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. Where's my pen? Was it 14 and 19, I think it was. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, it's 14. Right, so we just blank that wire. Oh, you saw me on Facebook. Oh, excellent. That's really nice to hear, because they pop up with suggestions sometimes as to what groups you might like, don't they? But please feel free to share it with any of your crafty or beady friends, because, you know, it really is lovely to have more people join the group. And we do have people that order as well to the States. Normally what they do is they sort of let the order build up, but generally if you just go general postage, I think it's about $5.85, and it didn't take that long. Right, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh dear, Kim is watching with a banging headache, so we'll have to watch again in a few days. COVID booster side effects are kicking in. Oh, sorry to hear that, Kim. You take care. I've got mine next week. Right, okie dokie, so that's that one. We can sort all of the sort of where they sit, so to speak, after. So we've just got one more to do. I thought I'd got more beads. I thought I'd run out for a moment. Hello, Tracy. How are you? Tracy's just joined us. The more the merrier. Now, Tracy, we were talking about, and everybody else that's not long joined watching the live Facebook, is we were talking about Christmas and how many people actually make their own Christmas presents. And if you do, what do you like to make? Hello, Sue. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So Nikki, it all goes to Canada okay, does it? Sort of similar prices and times. So again, what you do is you overlap on the first bead of that particular loop and twist. Right, so let's tidy up a little bit. So you could always have, you know, 2 at the back, 2 at the front, so to speak. Let's just get up a bit closer so you can see that. So, you know, you can arrange the wings how you want them each time. It's entirely up to you. They don't have to be the same. But I do love those crystals. So bring that together. I've by far got too much wire. Hi Sue, I'm not sure if I've just said hi to you or not. I think I did. Tracy's still full of cold. Sorry to hear that, Tracy. It's that time of year, isn't it, where everything is doing its rounds. So I've popped a little crystal rondelle just underneath. I am going to pop. So that's one of the crystal Verchiel check fire polish 6mm that I've put on the top there. So we're going to use our round nose pliers. Okay, just make sure there's a slight gap between where you're placing your pliers and also where the bead is, so you don't crack the bead. So I'm just wrapping round one of those, and then I'm just going to wrap round a couple of times. That's what we call a wire wrapped loop. Normally you do it singly, but I just think it works better if you've got double. So again, we've got probably sort of 1/4 to 1/2 metre left there. Just tidy up a little bit. I mean, you can even have those wings flat if you want to, or a slight tilt. It's entirely up to you. Isn't she cute? And then we are going to attach a jump ring. This jump ring is a wee bit big, I'm not going to lie, but that's what I've got available to hand at the moment. So we're just going to open it. You have the slit at the 12 o'clock. You open it like a lever door in case you've never worked with any jump rings before. I've got some organza ribbon. And again, we're halving it, both ends, but the folded part in the middle goes through double. Then open it out. It's my age, Sue, honestly. Saying hello to you twice is better than not being said hello to. Oh dear. No, it's my brain. Right, there you go. So what I would do the other end as well is I would just tie a loop around my finger, pop those through, and that's how I would tie a loop the other end to make your ribbon look neat. So don't forget to like and to comment if you want to be in chance to win this week's giveaway. And normally I announce it on a Sunday at my quick news and announcements. So there we go. So we've done this one, we've done that one, so you can just see how the sizes actually vary. I mean, the other thing you could think of with this as well is you could do birthstone angels. I mean, if you're looking at building up your jewellery shop to sell, you could do birthstone in particular colour crystals, or seed beads or glass beads, and you could use them as sort of a marketing thing with regards to that. Like I say, you could use it for Christmas, confirmation, christening. You could also have little verses that go alongside them as well. So there's lots of things that you can do with this. Sometimes it's the extra touches that make that difference as well. The other thing is as well, is if you've got any craft fairs, these are really quick to actually make. And the other thing is that, you know, if you've got one of those nice little trees, or even a mug stand that you get from the charity shop, then hang them from there. Hang them in coloured organza ribbon, so you've got lots of beautiful colour, some different sizes. So, you know, there's lots of food for thought there for you. But let me know what sort of resonates for you. Let's just move that across, and then we've got this little one as well. There we go. I do like all the different coloured organza. Now, with regards to the gold stars, I do have more available. So if you want to have sort of put in a reservation for more, just comment in that relevant thread. I've got the 0.4 wire as well. Let me just see, think what else we need. I've got the 4mm crystals. I've got these ones as well. Let's show you this way. I don't know if it shows up that well. Oh, there we go. That's better, isn't it? So I've got a light just at the top here on my laptop. Isn't that so glittery? I rather like that. Also, I think they would make really, really gorgeous earrings. Maybe a little bit smaller, but I think a lot of people are going, you know, quite bold, particularly if you're like me and you've got lots of hair. You know, it's something that would certainly be seen. We spoke about earlier on is doing another tutorial next week to convert this particular pattern into a dragonfly or a butterfly. If you think that's something that you would like to see, do drop me a comment and let me know. If I get enough comments of enough of you wanting to do it, then I shall run that next week. But just to say as well, before we go, I was looking for events. Facebook have done another update and they've now removed events, and it's now, well, it's okay on a phone, but on the laptop it has actually moved and it's on the left hand side. I will have to do a screenshot of it, but if anybody has any problems, let me know, and I will actually be updating some of them onto YouTube when I get opportunity as well. Oh, lovely. Thank you so much for joining, Jan. Please feel free to join us anytime. We're here every week at 6 o'clock GMT time, which I'm not sure how far back you are, maybe 5-6 hours. Yes to both. Lovely. Well, thank you so much for your company. We've made good time today. Don't forget, you can get any of the materials in the thread, or you can use what you've got. I leave it with you, but take care and speak to you soon. Bye.